Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, the Honorable Finance Minister
Maximum time. Oh my
presented-
God. You are in the negative time,
Sir.
but take maximum 5 minutes. Already put in negative, but take 5 minutes. Okay.
Why? I've not even started, sir.
What do I do? 5 minutes you can speak.
Yeah. Sir, the Honorable Finance Minister presented this year's budget in the backdrop of healthy growth rate, significant bounty from oil price reduction, and general perception of a stable India in the sea of global economic uncertainty. The budget is pro-poor, pro-farmer, and lays its emphasis on infrastructure development. So allocations are very significant. Major sectors like social sector, including education and health, is been provided with 1.50 lakh crore. Allocation for agriculture and farmer welfare, provision of 36,000 crore, along with allocation of around 88,000 crore has been provided for the rural sector, which will certainly bring about transformation in the rural economy. So around 2.21 lakh crore provision for being the total outlay for infrastructure will bring in all-round development, especially strengthening the national highway network, road connectivity, and revival of unserved and underserved airports in the country with the help of state governments. So in the area of education, skills and job creation, many schemes have been declared by Honorable FM, like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan to improve the quality of education. About 1,800 crores for skill development has been provided in this budget. Around 1,500 multi-skilled institutes will be set up across the country. The government aims to create young skilled force to make them entrepreneurs who would in turn generate employment opportunities. So even while taking good measures in regard to low-income groups and farmers in the budget 2016-17, Honorable FM has increased indirect taxes, thus putting an additional financial burden on the middle class and consumers in general. The extent of the burden depends on what individual consumers buy, both in terms of goods and services. Power tariff may also go up as the government has increased clean environmental cess on coal, lignite and peat from rupees 2,200 per ton to 400 per ton. So new cess like Krishi Kalyan cess of 5% on taxable services will make eating out expensive, as the service tax will now be levied at 15% from June onwards. Introduction of new cesses will make consumers spend more on telephone bills, air tickets, insurance premiums, and buying property. So this has affected Life Insurance Corporation, which is the biggest player in the field of insurance, that they have observed that slight decline due to increase in the service tax. Their sale of policies has come down. I would thank Honorable Finance Minister for rolling back the decision to tax the earning of employees under EPFO and also restoring the interest rate at 8.8%. At the same time, Honorable Finance Minister has made a positive move towards pension society. Some encouraging steps have also been taken by FM towards promoting affordable housing by way of offering handsome deductions to make house buying an easy proposition. In the area of taxation, FM has committed to provide a stable and predictable taxation regime, and stricter measures are being evolved to curb the black money. So nationwide strike of jewellers, which has affected the sentiments of jewellers all over India, their contention was that they were not crying for 1% levies excise duty, which was being levied on, though it was meant for those who had a turnover of more than 12 crores per annum. Their fear was about the Inspector Raj. They should have given some kind of hearing. They should have given, and this could have been deferred. 1% excise duty could have been deferred till GST was introduced, but that was not so. Sir, FM has made a provision of 25,000 crores to be infused as capital into nationalized banks. It's a welcome step that is sequel to the last year's budget and in keeping with the Basel III norms. However, the government's growing NPAs in the national economy is a matter of concern, though efforts to make recoveries from the willful defaulters are on, but they fall well short of the targets fixed by the governments. And therefore, stricter measures need to be evolved to plug loopholes so that defaulters are left with no room to escape and swindle the hard-earned public money. The government is contemplating to convert few of the nationalized banks into private banks by reducing its stakes by below 50%. Perhaps the motive behind it to make them more professional, as they have found it that by making private banks, some ICICI banks or Axis Bank or even Yes Bank, they were able to perform better.
Prime Minister, okay.
But this will affect as far as their human resources policy is concerned, because provisions which are accorded to SC, ST and OBC, the recruitment will affect in the private banks. I'll just make 1 or 2 points, sir.
No time.
So that
time is
matter should be taken very seriously, as employment, to address the employment issue is the biggest concern of the government, which will affect with this kind of decisions at amalgamation, merger of the banks, and even privatizing the banks. So I would request Honorable Finance Minister to look into it. Sir, another last point I will make: city of Mumbai and Maharashtra, it contributes maximum to the national kitty, and that is the returns what we are getting, that Mumbai should be considered out of turn and should be provided more, because we have Mumbai to make it an international city, and which has an international status should be strengthened. And last but not least, the state CM of Maharashtra had met Prime Minister recently, and he had put up a demand for the devastated farmers' families. We had requested for 10,000 crores, 10,000 crores of aid, which I hope the government would take it seriously and come to the rescue of the farmers, which are completely devastated.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Say these kind of things instead of reading.